Hey, how are ya? I know it looks like I'm dressed the same as yesterday, but I'm just wearing a lot of black right now. Welcome back to my channel. It's New Year's Eve week. So today I thought I would do kind of a more natural, neutral sort of dealio. Because, you know, not everybody wants to wear or look like they're wearing 10 pounds of makeup on New Year's Eve. So I'm going to use an array of products and we're going to start from the bottom up. Let's start with some primer. To prime today, I'm going to use the INSTA Tone Up Face Primer. So this one has a bit of a tint to it, so it kind of neutralizes some color in the skin. Nothing too heavy feeling. I'm going to be doing, oh, that's not a brush. So when I'm doing more natural looks, I like to do my concealer underneath my foundation instead of on top. I feel like it just kind of looks a little more normal. I'm going to be going into my color corrector wheel and I'm taking the peachy shade. I get that under my eye bags and a bit on my lids. And then I'm going to go in with the other side of my brush into the green and I'm going to just kind of tap that in where I'm really red. Basically, I find the main key to going with a more natural finish to your face is to just even everything out. Not as much to cover. Now I'm going to go in with a BB cream. You can use a tinted moisturizer if you're looking for something a little more light. This one is the NYX in the shade Nude. This might be a little too dark for me. I haven't used a lot of it, but we live and we learn. Oh, that's not that bad actually. Now at this point you can go in and spot conceal with a more full coverage concealer if you are really bothered by your little spotties or if yours are worse than mine. I think I'm pretty okay with this. I'm going to leave it the way it is. So now I'm going to go into the Bronze Boost by Physicians formula. A bit more dimension to my face. This one I find is a little more sheer than the Butter Bronzer. And for blush, I'm going to go into my ColourPop Clockwork palette. This is a more peachy, orangey toned kind of blush, which I find just looks very flattering on my skin tone. I'm going to go back and forth between the blush and the highlight just to give it that little extra something something. And I'm also using a stippling brush so that it's not as an in-your-face kind of application. For highlight, I'm going to go into the e.l.f. little duo here. I'm just taking a tiny little floofy brush and I'm going to go into the highlight side. Get a little bit of highlight up here, but I'm not taking it too low. And get a little on the bridge of my nose. And on the Cupid's bow. And that's where I'm leaving the highlight. Now for my brows, I'm going to go into the shade Twig in the Sultry palette. This is just kind of like a nice neutral taupe color. And I'm just going to fill in my brows with this. Alrighty, so now for my eyes, I'm going to go into the shade Fresh, which is the matte sort of bone shade. And I'm going to get that all over my lid. And then I'm actually going to switch and go into the Sun Dipped Glow Kit. And I'm going to take the shade Bronzed on my finger. And I'm going to put this all over my lid. And then I'm going to take the shade Moonstone, also on my finger, and mix it with a little bit of tourmaline. And I'm just going to tap that in the center. And then I'm going to go into Summer, which is the lightest shade. And I'm going to put that under the brow bone and in the inner corner. And then I'm going to take just the littlest bit more of bronze on a tiny brush and go along the lower lash line. Now that all my powder's on, I'm going to spray my face. I'm just using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea and set everything down. That really tied everything together. Alrighty, so now I'm going to take the Annabelle Kohl liner and I'm going to go in my upper lash line, in the waterline, and on top. I'm just going to do a little bit of a line here. And then, with my tiny little smoocher brush, I'm going to go into the shade Dystopian in the Sultry palette, which is that really dark brown shade, and I'm going to use that to just kind of smudge out this liner and make it a little bit more smoky. But I'm not really like blowing it out. Now I'm going to go in my waterline with the Cella brow highlighter. Clean up that waterline. And then I'm going to use the Annabelle Edge mascara. And lastly, lips. I'm going to put on the Burt's Bees Bullet Suede Splash. And you can leave it like this. I'm going to throw on some champagne gloss. So there we go. A nice, natural looking New Year's Eve. A little bit of glam, but looks effortless. A little bit of something, something. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My headband broke. We're missing an ear. That's a shame. Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you in the next one.